Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sol, and I was giving this review on Dragon Ball Super episode 101, Warriors of Justice, Pride Troopers, We get to see the Pride Troopers in action. We get to see the story continue off what happened with Carol's rampage, what happened, and and see what's going to happen. Anyway, as the story continues, Carol goes on a rampage, and things go crazy. It took Jiren to beat her, and Jiren only use one single blow, Oh, and that was just awesome, how Jiren, just stepped out of nowhere and all of a sudden he's the one who knocks her down. And this guy looked like he sweated at all, which is pretty cool, Oh, and this guy it looks like he wasn't even using his real strength. He wasn't using half of his real strength. He just, beat Carol, which is a blast. The story continues with what happened when it left off. Goku looks like he was about to confront Jiren, but all of a sudden he's interrupted by Toppo. I'm like, that's incredibly rude. He just says Justice Flash, and he takes and Toppo takes Jiren with him. Apparently they selected several of their warriors to stand up and fight while they recover. Apparently they're gonna use their other warriors as decoys, is allowing them to to rest up a bit. It makes sense given we've seen so far. We've seen their best warriors as most likely Jiren and Toppo. I mean, and one Pride Trooper already got eliminated, which is a little bit disappointing in the last round, and that was by Carol. We get to see, Goku, he tries to recover. He's just right in the middle between Caulifla and Carol. How Caulifla's so proud of Carol when she went on her went on her berserk, her berserk form as her Broly form, which is pretty intense. It's like she's so proud of her, because she knows she's very strong. The thing is, she can't control herself. And the only time her power awakened was obviously with her deep emotions getting unlocked. Like the first time, it was when they were with Cabo, and now this time, this is because she thought her friend was stolen from her because she thought she felt abandoned by her because the girl that Goku stole her from it, allowing her to go on a rampage. There were some other moments in this episode as well. Like for one thing, we get to see Goku's the remainder of his team. They try to work together. How we get to see Master Roshi use Lightning Flash surprise attack. We haven't seen that's his Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball way back to in the first World Tournament when he fought as Jackie Chan. Then there was Tien using Tri Beam. How they did a combo attack. I really like how they did that. It seems like with Krillin being eliminated, they know they're a man down, so they're trying to step up their game to try to work together. So they can see the weaker fighters, they try to stand up for each other, while the stronger ones, they make they make sure they're all on their own. That means Frieza, Goku, Vegeta, stuff, all that, and the rest of them, they're off on their own, doing whatever. While the rest, try to recover Piccolo, Gohan. For the love of God, I want to see Gohan go Super Saiyan Blue at least once. Now, he's obviously chosen the road not to put Super Saiyan, but they're probably saving that as the big surprise for the end. I wait to see how that works. And there's been a lot of teasers online. I know I'm way behind on all the episodes. This was a this episode, we get to see that hey, the main attack bad guy is definitely the Pride Troopers. We get to see five of them go on. One of them is like the general, the one with the robotic eye. How him and four others, one is like this gremlin guy who can spin. I don't remember the names. I can't. One is like this gremlin guy who can spin. The other one can turn his entire body into like this massive gravitoid, like this rock like substance that's like way heavier than it goes, and his face turns into like looks like what you see in like a Halloween mask, like a tree monster from Halloween something. One is like this reptilian fish-looking dude who can conjure energy spears into the sky. They look like they emit lightning energy, and the other one is like her name is Kakulia. I think she can create like dimensional spears around someone and that could bend time and space. These dimensional spears, could keep someone inside. She does this to Carol. I think it's kind of similar to how when Head uses his time spend ability, he can create a pocket universe. Right? It's kind of like similar to that. Like we know that we were going to be in a whole bunch of surprises seeing this in this tournament. and we get to see a whole bunch of them at once, which is pretty cool. We even get to see like the clown god. I think it was, I don't know his name. I think his name was, I forgot his name. The clown god. And I think his name is Jin or something. Somebody comment down below what's his name. And I forgot most of the gods' names. It's just so freaking common. I know they're all named after liquor. Beers is for beers. I know they're all named after alcohol. Something beers is for beer. Champa, champagne. One guy's name is Jin, and the other is Ramush. One guy's name for rum or something. And as the fighting continues, they all try to hold each other off. Like for example, but it seems that the Pride Trooper has the advantage that they're using as they like coordinate their attacks. Like it's not the game doesn't change until 17 and 18 get involved. They're using their android powers. They have unlimited strength. They get involved into the fighting, which is pretty good. And seeing 17 go up against the general guy, and the general guy could do like the energy beam sword, like how Vegito did it, how Zamas did it, how Goku Black did it. That's probably one of the most iconic moves, in Dragon Ball, in the whole Dragon Ball franchise. Seeing them work together to fight off against these guys, I really like how they did it. Like these guys are using teamwork. Like for example, the gravity guy and the spinning gremlin-looking guy. They try to work together, try to overwhelm my team, but a team, she knocks them on their butts. On their butts. Seeing how the fight progresses, it's definitely very good. And they managed to defeat them one by one. How the gravity guy got eliminated, not by being thrown out of the ring, but when he was thrown to the edge of the ring, he was so freaking heavy that he collapsed the ring around him and fell to his doom. You know, which sucks. Everybody else is trying to do their best. And the guy's name is Toppo. And the Cyclone guy, Zemer, yeah, I remember his name was Zemer, Zemere or something, Zure. Hey, he tries his best. Seeing 17 and 18 go all out in this, I really like it. If there was one thing I didn't like in this episode, it's that they used the Pride Troopers as kind of like cannon fodder. Kind of like similar how they used like Universe 9 and to make them seem like the bad guy in a way. And I gotta admit, I really like Toppo as a character. Toppo, a character. He seems like a very proud, honorable guy. It's just that he's willing to do it, and he's really like and there's a part of him that's willing to do anything to defeat these guys. But he's not thinking about himself. He's thinking about others. So, and this tournament puts a great risk on not just his life, but the lives of everybody else. And he's the leader of the Pride Troopers, so he should know. You know, Seeing this, we get to see them all going through challenges like Carol stuck in that spear of time, while Caulifla, she's not going Super Saiyan. And I think that's on purpose to try to save her statement. She's going up against the lightning spear guy, the lightning guy who's using those energy spears. She's literally trying to bash them away with her fist. It's obvious she's very headstrong. She even confronted Goku thinking that she was gonna go after Carol while she's down. But Goku, he's not like that. He's very honorable. And I seen that, and I see him, in a way, probably teaching these two more about Super Saiyan than anything else. But probably being a mentor relationships, even though from different universes, seeing how they connect, how they react to each other. They're similar to each other in their own unique way. I really just different. Carol's a lot rougher. That's it. And Caulifla's a lot rougher on the edge, while Carol, she's a sweetheart. She doesn't want to hurt anybody, but she has this amazing power. And seeing Caulifla, defending her, like as she takes all these hits for them. Like the Pride Troopers are after Kale because when she went on her rampage, she defeated one of them. And that guy who spit that energy whip, that lizard-looking guy. And it wasn't all her fault. In her rage form, she was uncontrollable. But now, this time, and she has control. And she awakens her power again. And on emotions. This time, it's not like she doesn't go full-on Broly mode. She doesn't go full berserker. This time, she awakens her power because her friend was getting her, defending her, and this time she actually has control over her strength, which is pretty awesome, and she did it, after the first couple times, I remember how, here it is, from the classic Dragon Ball Z, when they first transformed, they couldn't control how to turn it off and on. But when they did, they eventually gained the power to do it. And one of the key to doing it is intense emotion, like anger or not caring. But now she's able to do it, and all she had to do was focus on something else. I remember way back when, and this was classic Dragon Ball Z. This time, she's defending her friend Clifford and Caulifla. How they've worked together. She managed to even escape that time bending spear. And work together. And she's unleashed their full attack. They combine their energy. She even goes full on Broly mode, but this time she's more in control of it. She's unleashed all her power, and they were able to beat the Pride Troopers. The only one that didn't get knocked off by the way was the girl. The one that the Kakuka, the one Kakuka who made a time spear and managed to trap herself inside of it, only to get tossed on her ass out of the ring by 18, which is pretty funny. The clown god is in shock. In shock. Everybody's like, it's like they did it. They actually did it. And Carol, she passes out. It's obvious she's gained some control of her power, but she doesn't know how to master it yet. Seeing this, and she was able to overwhelm Super Saiyan 2 and Blue. She was able to overwhelm Super Saiyan Blue Goku, sorry for the stuttering, trying to keep focus, and that was one of the best moments. But it was also amazingly crazy. I really like how they did it. Everyone's trying to decide what to do next. How Vegeta complains that Frieza stole his prey, like first come, first serve. We get to see that it looks like the next opponent. It's going to be Universe 2 for the next episode. Universe 2 has that little girl that turns into this fat blob lady. The one that looks like a Popeye little girl, and then turns into that big, fat, superheroine looking lady with spandex. I can't wait to see what kind of stuff they do. And what kind of impact they're gonna have. We already seen like all the other universes have an impact. But we know nothing about the rest of the universes. So far, and we've seen somewhat what it can do. Universe 10, the Ramush guy, the Elephant God, and now the Clown God. Seeing this, I can't wait to see what happens next. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Let me know down below. What did you think of the episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below. What did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you hate it? It was good. But I wish they used the Pride Troopers as less cannon fodder. Cause part of me wanted to see if they could do a little bit more. And not just just not made Toppo and Jiren's team look weak like that. I wish they did something else. But Toppo and Jiren, they're still around, and I can't wait to see what these guys could do all out. See you guys next time. I'm out. Bye.